Hello guys, it's Bentley here, and I'm just going to quickly review Survivor Castaway Island for you. Very quickly, let's get right to the golden question. Should you purchase this game? My answer is absolutely. Heck yes. We've gotten 3 other absolute dumpster fire Survivor games before this one. The first one literally had the graphics of a potato, was super repetitive, and had the budget of a half-eaten Hot Pocket. Survivor Ultimate Edition was released shortly afterward, with slight improvements, but it is also very rare. It would probably cost you the mortgage of a house to own a copy of it today. And it crashed all the freaking time, because half of the challenges were actually glitched and broken. Yes, they released it this way. The Survivor game that came out for Wii back in the 2010s was 3D, had good challenges, but the tribal council was insane. You would literally just point at someone to vote them off. You were the only vote. People on your tribe would literally just get up and leave. Like, there was no voting or alliances. And once a tribe got eliminated, the other tribe would just win. It was very disappointing. Like, how is that even Survivor if a whole tribe wins? Like, that was a sneak. They really tried to polish a turd and sell that to us. From what I've heard, they do plan on updating the game to eventually include online multiplayer. There is at least one more season that you can unlock. You can change the resolution, the language, see all of the challenges, and more. I'm not really quite sure what tournament mode is, so, moving right along, girl. The characters kind of look like a cross between Roblox and The Sims. You can be a skinny legend, you can be a fat legend, you can be an annoying person, you can serve Bob, you can get the senior citizen discount at Dunkin' Donuts if you want. There's a whole lot of options for characters to choose from. The names and backstory also change with each new season for every character, so you never really know what personalities that you're going to be getting. A lot of the names are based on past contestants, like there's a Colton. I'm just waiting for him to tell me he doesn't believe in handouts.
I'm a Republican, I am not a Democrat, I do not believe in handouts.
There's a character that kind of looks like Kat from Survivor One World. I've been saying for a very long time that games based on reality TV have so much potential. It really is an untapped gold mine. And so far, very few companies have figured this out. There have been a few reality TV game show websites here and there, but many of them have shut down or are basically unplayable in 2023. Survivor Castaway Island cost me less than $25 on Steam, which is pretty reasonable. I mean, I probably spent way more money on my Roblox avatar just to play Survivor on there, where people will literally vote you out for being poor, having a girl or a boy avatar, trying to team with anyone. So trying to strategize with 10-year-olds and people who don't speak the same language as you half of the time, it's not exactly giving me the Survivor experience, if you know what I mean. Survivor Castaway Island has a pretty decent strategy and alliance-making system. Every day, in between challenges and tribal council, you can talk to the other players either about life or the game. You only have so much time to do it though, and every interaction causes the timer to decrease rapidly. Chit-chatting with a player can mildly increase your bond with them, and you may be able to ask them for an alliance, ask them for info about the other contestants, or find out who they are voting for at the upcoming tribal council. Basically, you have to pretend to care about their lives and what they have to say when you really don't. They will usually just tell you to hit the bricks or that they ain't telling you nothing, honey, which is very suspicious, but it doesn't always mean that you're in danger. Sometimes these people are just weird and don't want to strategize with you for some reason. You also get a map which, I don't know, maybe I'm just a GPS girl myself, but this island is big, child. I don't know. It is kind of hard to navigate. You can see where everyone's at, where your character is, and the direction they're facing on the map. So, I guess at least you get something. At least you've not been left for dead, ho. There's also little daily events that you can see on the map that have an exclamation point. This usually gives you the opportunity to bond with multiple people at the same time, or tick them all off just by giving your opinion. Someone's always going to hate you and your answers regardless. You can't make everyone happy. Not everyone is going to be happy for your successes, okay? Which is actually very true in this game because your tribe gets mad if you win a reward for yourself or if you lose a challenge for your team. Also, during these camp periods, you have to gather supplies for your tribe. And laziness is a disease that has spread all over this island because most of the time, you're the only one actually doing anything. If you only bring back a couple pieces of firewood like everyone else, they'll be mad at you, so you just can't win with these people. A game tip, if you're going to gather supplies like firewood, fish, water, or coconuts, you need to bring back a lot of it to prove to your tribe that you're actually helping, or they won't give you any credit. You can't just gather a fish or two and expect to be taken seriously by your tribe for your efforts. There's 3 categories: water, food, and firewood. If you're missing about less than 7 in any of these 3 categories, your strength will probably go down at the end of each day. I mean, these people are high maintenance as all get out. But it also makes the game challenging by having to balance relationship building and taking care of your health. You also have a strength stat at the top, and if it reaches 0, you're on life support basically, and you have to meet with the survivor medical team. They either give you some time to rest up or pull you from the game and your adventure ends. If you rest with the medical team, it restores some of your strength, but you also miss out on things like challenges. When your strength is low, you can also just go to sleep in the shelter. The strength you get from sleeping is based on how much time you have left in the period. So you kind of have to choose between sleeping or gathering supplies to help your tribe. I ended up passing out, losing immunity, and not being able to do anything besides sleep back at camp because meeting with the medical team I think only increases your strength like 25 points or so. My tribe was super mad, like, wow, you guys, I was flatlining and in hospice mode. My bad for not going fishing instead. I'll try to do better with my priorities next time. Other players in the game can quit too. This might mean that their stats reached 0 and they got medically evacuated. I'm really not quite sure if that's what it means to be medically evacuated. Do you just quit if your stats can't be revived by the medical team? Maybe. But the person who quit on my tribe was literally so random. They were just like, I have to quit. I'm so tired, you guys. Bye. And we was like, I'm not sure why you're tired because you haven't had to do any work around camp, honey, but okay. Which brings me to how you actually catch food for your tribe. You either do this by spearfishing or gathering coconuts. Gathering coconuts is pretty straightforward. You just shake the tree with coconuts in it and hope something falls out besides disappointment. If it does, make sure to pick it up so that you can add it to your tribe's stats. You have to pick it up to actually get the item. Every attempt, even failed ones, take away from your strength stamina. Spearfishing has to be the most nail-biting, tedious minigame in this whole entire competition. You have to get as close to the fish as possible without scaring them away, raise your spear, make sure the fish is right in the middle, and then stab it. You lose strength for every attempt though, even if the fish has already swam a mile away and you're just stabbing at the water. Since your camp is full of lazy people who are basically human paperweights, you may also notice that the fire is out from time to time. So you should relight it in order to improve your stats and relationships as well. There are also sometimes immunity idols hidden on the beach, and they look like little necklaces with feathers hanging off of them. Unlike in the television show, you can use them at any tribal council, so even at the Final Four, but you can only use it on yourself if you feel like you're in danger of being voted out. I also don't think they spawn at the beginning of every game either, because I found my tribe's immunity idol at the Final Four during my first playthrough, and nobody else found an idol throughout the entire game, so unless the immunity idol was pulling some Houdini trickery and we never managed to notice it sitting there for the entire game, I think there's just a small chance of the idol spawning at all. I actually like that because it means you can't just rely on getting hidden immunity idols all of the time. It's just a nice little twist on the game, you know? You can also step on starfish or sea urchins. A timer starts ticking, which kind of scared me at first because I thought it was a bomb, but it really just forces you to stop for a few seconds and stay in the same spot. You have to gather water at like this little flowing river, I guess because getting it from the ocean would be too easy, and it's salty like Survivor jurors.
The end of Mother Nature, we have Richard the snake and Kelly who turned into the rat. I feel we owe it to the islands to let it be in the end the way Mother Nature intended it to be, for the snake to eat the rat.
Now getting to the challenges. They are pretty simple yet complicated. They aren't hard to understand and usually just require pushing some buttons. It does seem possible to master all of these challenges and possibly go on a winning streak. I do kind of wish that there were some luck-based challenges. Can we draw straws or something? Like, shoot, I'm going to need everyone to pick a number between 1 to 10. I just think that would make things a lot more interesting, you know? Nobody likes a steamroll, but I do think you'd have to play these challenges a lot to win them every time. Which brings me to everyone's favorite part of Survivor. Tribal Council. This is actually a really, really well done version of Tribal Council. You will get to strategize and come up with plans before going to Tribal Council. You get to talk with up to 2 people right before you go to vote. And you can only ask them a couple of questions, like asking them to vote for someone. So you definitely have to do most of your in-depth strategizing and relationship building during the day camp periods when you're also supposed to be gathering supplies for your camp. It's a bit of a mess, but also a mess in the best way possible. Like, dang, should I go get some coconuts to eat or possibly die of malnourishment because I spent too much time kissing people's booties? That is so camp. So at Tribal Council, everyone votes individually and then the votes are read, just like on the TV show. No, there's no voice acting in this game, so nobody actually reads the votes out loud, but like, shoot, y'all, this is the first reality TV game for a console that we have gotten in a very long time. This gameplay has got me right. It's everything that we've been asking for in a Survivor game. It may be a little bit clunky and definitely indie, but let us have this. She's cute, okay? Survivor Castaway Island is the little Survivor game that could. As with the show, anyone can play a hidden immunity idol if they have one. Then the votes get read. The person with the most votes gets eliminated, and this goes until there are only 2 contestants left. Everyone who made it to the merge comes back and votes for a winner. On my first playthrough, I got second place. Bitter hags were mad about how they couldn't vote me out, I guess. I didn't have the option to try again with that same season, which I actually kind of like because once you're voted out, you should have to start over. Do not pass go. Do not get in your time machine and try to be a revisionist and rewrite history. Don't go think about what you did wrong. Can we cast jury votes if we get eliminated? I doubt, but I wouldn't know because I wasn't on the jury. Ooh. Then I unlocked a new season called Brain vs. Brawn. I haven't actually played that one yet, so I'm not sure how much it differs from the original season. So yeah, that's going to be my quick review and let's play for you guys. Hopefully there continues to be improvements on this game and that people will support it. I think it has a lot of potential and surprisingly, I didn't notice too many bugs. At least nothing that would cause the whole damn game to crash and you not to be able to play anymore.